I started Jiu-Jitsu long time ago. I'm not gonna make that story that long, but I'm just explain a little bit. And I was just like a kid that doesn't necessarily like was interested in anything. I was just like not enjoy to do anything. And sometimes when you do this, you just not focus on something, and then sometimes you just like start to see bad thing, and you think that's cool, you know what I mean? And then since I started training Jiu-Jitsu, I was lucky to have a first instructor that starts to explain like how can I have a better way to learn Jiu-Jitsu. He started this like all the keys to get better in learning Jiu-Jitsu. And one of the main things was have a good attitude, of course, no drugs, no alcohol. He was just giving all the keys, no. Even he was not following that, but he was like, he was really good to like really tell me everything to do, and that's all I need. And I believe Jiu-Jitsu help people to do that stuff, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you're young or old, when you enjoy something and that thing that you enjoy, like necessary like make the right choice, that's the best thing you can choose, because that's what I choose, and I'm so happy for that. You know? And you guys can see there is no black belt, you know what I mean? Now, we don't promote no black belt. And the reason why is because I believe like it's a big responsibility. Takes a lot more requires than like a blue, purple, brown, more than the stripes. And Jiu-Jitsu, like when it started, like was really weird because people just want to look tough. Sometimes they're not even tough, but they just want to look tough. And they not even have a great Jiu-Jitsu sometimes, but they just look tough. And I thought that was like kind of weird, but I was like, all right, let me try to look tough too. And then I realized like you don't need to look tough to have a good Jiu-Jitsu. And then I started to change that for myself. I just tried to like smile more when I was competing, because I thought you don't need to like hold your smile if you're gonna do Jiu-Jitsu. You know? And it's not because I want to smile, because I feel like sometimes I cannot hold my smile all the time. So I was like, so it was harder to me just hold it, and I realized like, oh, my Jiu-Jitsu is still good, let me just keep smiling. I don't think I need to look mean or maybe has like bad attitude to keep learning Jiu-Jitsu. So that's when I started to put in my mind like, oh, let me just smile as much as I want, you know what I mean? I still remember the day that one higher black belt, like a generation above mine, someone that maybe I should be looking forward to him. And one day he asked me, like, why you smile? And I mean, I was like, because I'm happy. That's what I told him. And for him, it doesn't make sense, but for me, it makes total sense. You know what I mean? Like, why I'm not smiling if I'm happy right now? It was right before a fight. You know what I mean? Like, it was a list of a super fight. And I felt kind of surprised why he was surprised. You know what I mean? Why he made that question? And I believe today, after all these years, my requires, I think, start to get higher, because the older I got, more necessary, like I start to feel more necessary to have like more good attitudes. You know what I mean? It's not only because I just have a beautiful daughter, and I hope if people around me have a good attitude, she's gonna have a good attitude. You know what I mean? I don't think that's like the worst thing to do. You gotta try to do this, and that's what I always thought for myself. I thought for myself like if I'm nice to people is gonna be nice to me. So it's not that I was thinking about everybody. I was like, oh, I just want people to be nice to me, so let me try to be nice to people too. And I think that reflect like in a better way for me. I start to like have people be just more happy around me, and that's what I hope people one day that get a black belt from me do that. You know what I mean? Just try to be nice to other people, give the best attitude possible to other people, give like the best examples, because we need that, you know, and I need that around me, because I just need to have the best attitude. I need to give the best example, because I have a young human being that I believe is going to be next to me, and is going to be looking to me, and is going to be around me, and I need to have people that have like good attitude to me. And I believe if we start to just do this around our community, I think we're going to live so much better. I don't want to change the world. I just want to change people around me, and I believe like people do this around them, it's gonna just keep growing that way. You know what I mean? I just want to do this with people around me, and the best way to do this, I want to like if someone wants to be a black belt or mine, needs to have like the best attitude and hope to be like a good role model, like my instructor was for me when I started jiu-jitsu, because he's the one that kind of like told me like the first time, you can't drink. I remember like the day he told me, you can't have alcohol on your mouth, you can't do any of those kind of stuff. And I listened to him like from the first day. I never ever thought about, oh, I want to grow up, I want to make 18, I want to drink, I want to get drunk. You know, I never thought about that after he told me this. So I hope if I have like someone like that I give a black belt, is being like the most focused on those like attitudes possible. I'm not saying only those, but you guys understand that it's like a bunch of things that like reflect to a really good things after, you know what I mean? And we have to try like collect them, you know. And I just like want to give like the best example possible. I believe like more people I have over here, more people come and show up here today, more responsible I feel to give the right example, you know what I mean? Like it's not only like 10 people, it's just like more and more people is been growing, and I know like people look up to me, and that also helped me to just like stay focused and do the right thing. And I'm not making a favor for you guys make a favor for me, just to make myself like just don't get out of track, and always like have the best attitude. And if I keep the best attitude, I believe like I'm gonna have a better life, because people is gonna just continue to treat me good how I always wish, you know what I mean? So that's it. But I believe like people is going on that path, you know what I mean? And why not, you know what I mean, do that today, you know what I mean? So it's someone that started really young, trained with us, and I believe it's gonna be my first one, female black belt, Dominyka. Right, now the microphone's gotta work even louder, because I don't know if you prepared for this, but get ready for your speech. As a black belt.
Oh God, this is so scary. I want to sit down. Oh wow.
Alright, I like to sit down.
Are you sure you don't want to say anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't prepare anything for this. Wow, this is kind of awesome. Okay, let me just catch my breath. Okay. Well, I think I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm not really sure, probably maybe 10. But I started this journey because of my dad, and I had a lot of trouble during it. There were so many times when I wanted to quit, when I thought it wasn't right for me, when I really didn't like it. And then I came to Marcelo's, and I saw a family, and I felt really, really comfortable, really, really happy, and I had friends, I had mentors, and I loved everyone. And that's when I decided that I wanted to keep doing this for probably the rest of my life. And to just have this from Marcelo is amazing. It's like one of the most amazing gifts I've ever gotten. And I just wanted to thank all of you because I love all of you. I would never think of leaving you, and that's really clingy, I know, but I do. I'm gonna try and do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna try and follow in your path. And just thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. Give me a hug.
Everything went really smooth, guys, and I couldn't do this without like Paul and Bernard. You know? If I didn't give him the black belt, I need people with like just the right example around me to help me to do this, and I'm glad I have you guys help me. And thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Tashi. Thank you, Josh. You all make this happen, and I couldn't be here if you guys didn't put things together. So thank you guys very much. But we didn't finish right here because is there somebody that's been having like a good moment right now? You know what I mean? Because he's gonna be ready for a lot of responsibility. You know, and he's not only have like a really good jiu-jitsu. I believe like he's, you know, as a man, and he's gotta give like a lot of like a good example for a lot of people, and especially for a baby that's coming up, you know. Tinoco.
Alright guys, thank you for helping me achieve my goal, and thank my wife for everything, because she was my support the whole time, because we don't just do jiu-jitsu alone, you know, and need somebody to help to keep going strong. And it was when I met Hannah, I was about almost give up my dream, like, man, it's too hard because I wasn't training. And she saw me and said, no, I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna lift you up, you know, and I wanna help you. Yeah, so hard to talk. I'm gonna help you get your goal, you know. And I told Hannah, I said, Hannah, when I started training jiu-jitsu, my goal was getting a black belt because I saw my teacher, my professor, you know, teaching and helping students, you know, showing and help exactly like Marcelo does. And I say, I don't even know what is words, I mean, like tournaments. I say, I want to be a black belt just to teach people, just to help the way he's doing right now. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm gonna try, our life right now is really hard. I'm gonna try move to US to get a better life for us, to change our life. And she say, what are you gonna do there, my son? I say, won't be bad than here right now. Gonna give it a shot. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I gotta work for jiu-jitsu, and I always didn't know where I'm going, you know. And I have two friends that live in California today that helped me come to America and to fight Pan Ams. And then I saw, like, for six months, I think, I was living in California with them, and I saw, man, I was cutting grass and his neighbor and giving me like $200, and I go, oh my God, it's amazing. I'm gonna send just $200 to my mom, you know, like gonna make her proud that I came here to help her get a better life for us, you know. And I did, you know. I say, Andre helped me, he's gonna send my mom this money, and I say, Mom, see, everything gonna work out. And she, all right, my son, now I know you are in good hands, and just keep going, do what you love, is train jiu-jitsu, and I just keep going. And then I was living in Arkansas, far away, that my friends offered me a job as a teacher. I was a purple belt that day. And then, like, man, everything goes fast, happens fast. And then back to Brazil, I fought WWE trials, and I wasn't even training, you know, like, I was kind of depressed, you know, I wasn't training. And then somehow I won that trial. I did 12 matches and I won. Oh my God, how this happened? And then I went to Abu Dhabi, and how crazy, I met my wife, and I met the girl that's my wife today, and it's wonderful. And then I keep in touch with her, and then, you know, I lost her contact and say, man, I had to find a girl, you know. But, you know, like something touched you inside, you know. I said, I have to mention her Facebook. It took me 2 weeks to find her. And I found her, and she was ignoring me and saying, well, what does this guy want? You guys are all waiting in Brazil, you know, what does this guy want with me? And I said, no, I'm gonna keep going. Hey girl, whatever. I wasn't even speaking English very well. I was putting Google Translate and saying to her, whatever. And okay, I got it. And then I flew back to Arkansas, and then she was leaving Memphis. It was 2 hours from me, and I didn't know. Like, oh my God, it's bad to be my wife, like destination and whatever. Anything. I moved to Arkansas to Memphis because I found the love of my life, you know. And I say I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going hard, you know. And then we got together, and after 1 year we got married. And then Hannah sent me, I was working in Memphis, a school of Marcelo affiliation, and she was working there. And then I was there training, teacher, and then Hannah said, you have to go to Marcelo to check it out, to training, and see how amazing it is. And then when I came here, and everybody smashed me so bad, and say, oh my God, I woke up and I like, yes, I won't give up on my dreams. That's my dream. I felt right here. Right when I stepped that door, I felt like really good energy. And then everybody accepted me really good, you know, like, man, that's the family I needed, you know. And then everything started natural, and like Hannah knows, I dedicate everything I do, and I come here, leave everything on the match every single day. And she said, and when we moved to New York from Memphis, and she said, I don't know what we're gonna do over there, because we moved back. She moved back to help her parents. And I say, well, no matter what we're gonna do over there, we're gonna work in constructor or whatever. I'm gonna keep going. And she said, I'm gonna support you. We have to get a dream. You know, you have to get a black belt and keep going. So last year was my best year of jiu-jitsu, and this year gonna be 10 years that training and 10 years of dedication. And yeah, I'm gonna keep stopping here because the story is so long. And so today, I honestly thank you to Marcelo, thank you to Tati, thank you to everybody that helped us, me and Hannah. You know, and now we have a baby come up, and for sure, the same way I work hard in jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna work hard to raise my daughter that's coming, and it is, the life goes on, you know, and thank you everybody to help me out.
You guys can see there's a lot of dreams over here, you know what I mean? And we gotta keep do everything that we love, everything that we enjoy so much, and don't give up of that thing. And we have to always try to make that next to just the best attitude possible. Nobody's perfect, but we gotta try do the best thing possible. You know? And as those new black belts that just came out of it, you know what I mean? They got a lot of work to do because they're really good in jiu-jitsu. But once you get the black belt, it's not the end, you know. It's pretty much the start because now you have a career that you can make as a black belt. And once you get a black belt, you just start all over again because it's really hard to become a black belt. It's really hard to get promoted and already look like a black belt when you fight. So you gotta work a lot after that, you know what I mean? And I believe those two can really do this. And together with that, I hope they never give up those points of have the best attitude and be the best role model you can be. Just like all my instructor was for me. But as a traditional, after you guys get promoted, we always make a tunnel, and I hope you can make that tunnel, but not before we promote the last person. Someone that has been a long time with me, and has just like the other people that have a really good jiu-jitsu. But as you guys know, that's not the only thing, and I think it's far away to be the most important today for me to become a black belt. Since last year, things was hard, things got a lot better, and I started to put those requirements in the highest standard possible. You gotta have the best attitude and give the best example and be like a role model for everybody that is around you, especially for young kids, you know what I mean, that maybe will look up for you. And this person, I believe he filled up all those required. Jonathan Satava. Yeah!
think I'm gonna try to be like Marcelo one more
No,
time.
no. It's your time.
Eat up.
Okay, guys, man, you're right. It's scary. So many people. First of all, thanks for everybody here. You know, we can't do this without everybody in this room. There's no training without a partner, and you know, I wouldn't be able to do this without everybody here, especially Marcelo, Tosh, you know, Josh, who support me so much, giving so much to me. There's no way I'd be able to have the life that I have now, you know. And also my coaches, Paul, Bernardo, and so guys, this means like the world to me to get a black belt from Marcelo. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to my house in Long Island, like in my bedroom, there's still pictures of him choking people out. And before I even met Marcelo, he was like someone who I always looked up to, and not just because of his jiu-jitsu, but because, like he said, his like attitude, seeing somebody like smiling around the mat. That's somebody who I can like model myself after. I try not to be like fake or whatever. I just try to be what I'm feeling, and jiu-jitsu makes me happy, so I try to be happy also. And man, guys, I'm sorry. For me to kind of dedicate my life to jiu-jitsu, you know, I wasn't in like a situation where Marcos was like just told this beautiful story of like where he had to do it, and he really had to go out there and make a living. So inspiring to hear that. And I wasn't in that situation. I was in a situation where I kind of was going down like a path that I kind of, you know, I didn't like. It just wasn't for me. Like the whole like college, get the job 9 to 5. That's where I saw myself going. And when I made the decision to stop doing that, like going down that path, I got like a lot of adversity. You know what I mean? It was really hard to overcome that. And but looking back on it now, and looking back at all the people, my friends, my family, especially like who supported me then, like mean the world to me. And also going forward, to have everybody here supporting me means the world to me. And man, he's still teaching me. And you know, I just hope to keep going forward and hopefully making everybody proud and enjoy the process of this art and getting better at it, and all the things that it's taught me, not just the techniques of jiu-jitsu, but things like perseverance, consistency, diligence, you know, all the virtues that go along with that. And I think that's it, guys. Thanks so much.